All right, back to work, because the scientific community, like the corporation religion community, sucks, right? Okay. We need a person that's actually religious helping us understand religion, and we need a religious person to explain to us how to use science properly to save us from corporations. I happen to be that person right now. If there's anybody else in the world, in China or Japan, I don't apologize. I don't have access to it, and and I'm not feeling it. I don't feel it. I don't see it. If there's anybody else doing like I'm doing right now in New Mexico, like it says in the Book of Revelation, somewhere else in the world through other fulfillments of faithful eternal communications we refer to as prophecy. I don't have to apologize. I'm sure the person that would be doing it would be all right. Hey, that's Earl. Hey, I know him. Hey, he's like D.C. Suzuki. I know him, right? So, hey, I know your relatives speak to me in prayer. Mine too. Jesus talks to me. I believe you. Okay. You see what I'm saying? We're standing up to live the Psalms and Proverbs worldwide. Yay! Right? So, this is where we learn, past, present, future operate at the same time. These YouTube videos, okay, that have had the same kind of weird patterns for 15 years, ever since, we started in June of 2009, okay, posting out Sierra Vista on YouTube, okay, and, I see why a lot of people in the military are committing suicide. If I could feel that I was supposed to be standing up for a man like King David, living the Lord's Prayer, and so children weren't getting indoctrinated and dictated and legislated in buildings they call schools that are supposed to be for higher learning when they're actually pimp and prostitute disbursement centers. It's sick. Laughing, Tupac 101. I'm just, you gotta laugh just to try to survive this hell. I don't have to ask for forgiveness from nobody. Like the conversation I had the other day with Natalie, a 25-year-old woman who cares about my physical health and understands the mental and emotional torture that I've been through, because we sat and talked about this. I said, no, your mom is, and I knew this because I remember my sisters accused me of being a sexual deviant when I came back home, and the stuff that was going on with Natalie that I openly said these people are, and I sat down and I took a piece of paper and a pencil, and I went, okay, I had sex for most of the weekends for 3 months while dating Raquel. Most of the weekends for 3 months while being engaged to Law. Okay. I had probably just about as much sex as my marriage for 5 years. Okay, so I probably had more sex with Raquel and Law in those 3 months over weekends than I did being married 5 years to Stephanie Elaine Gilliard, because the war broke out in our first month of marriage. Okay. So yeah, and I had the best sexual reputation everywhere I went. Okay. Me and Maria had sex twice. Me and Kimberly had sex twice. Me and John DeLay once. Me and Rhonda Brown once. Okay. Best sexual reputation everywhere I went. Okay. I had sex on the weekends for 3 months with Raquel Sally, Yolanda Denise Gilliard, and about that same equivalent, being married 5 years to an angry lesbian who I adore because she's the mother of my children, but I hated being married to her, my mother of my son and my grandchildren. Okay, and then I had sex with other women, Rhonda once, John DeLay once, Maria twice, and Kimberly twice. Okay, and then Amy, whenever she came back home after being leg lifted on by all these assholes on TV saying, we need to stop all the burglary and theft and the fentanyl and the blah, 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 we're superheroes. Vote for more money for us to save you with our equipment, technology, money, and surveillance. We cannot fight for Princess Amidala. We don't fight, we're only protectors. It's like, oh, take your Jedi Frank Oz voices and get the fuck out of my house. Shit. What about the sanctity of the home? There is no sanctity of the home. We are the gods of the egodom. And so you're dealing with really fucked up people. Okay. Now, when we're living, okay, the faith of Psalms and the wisdom of Proverbs, there's going to be no more of this Southern America theft group burglarized homes across Florida. Tsunami, the moment when everything changed, the faces of death. New backyard baseball now, that's fine, you know, that's cool. Little cartoon characters playing baseball. Okay, yeah, that's fun. Just don't ask for money. Okay. And everything will be fine. The only reason why people do these things is just to kill time. They'll watch and see other people, you know, try to have fun in their experiments and killing time with their video games, right? That's all we're doing. We're just killing time because we're killing one another in the name of philanthropy, and then using the word God as a first-person possessive pronoun instead of understanding that God is an omniscient, infinite essence of all existence, right? So, you know, you can't use the word God. It's in Proverbs. Proverbs. You ever read Proverbs? Okay. If you go read Proverbs, if you have half a lick of reading comprehension skills, you understand that God is an infinite, omnipotent essence of all eternal existence, all human life and all other life required to sustain human life. Okay? So, when you refer to, truth is, life is eternal, grace is infinite, right? So when you refer to, you know, a song by David Marley, you know, they say that their leader's closer to God, not true. Okay, why did you even bring that up if God's omnipotent? Okay, how can you be closer to God if God's omnipotent? You're either faithful or you're not. They say their leader's faithful and that our leaders are not. Why do you need leaders if you're understanding the wisdom of Solomon? Okay, if you have a light that teaches you to leave yourself to peace, I've got a real objective here. I'm effective here because I select a clear method for also because I fall and crawl into the pit of purgatory. I go for glory. I'm taking inventory. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Keith had it screwed up too. You know, be true to life the Lord gave you. Lord didn't give you life. The Lord explains to you that God is omnipotent and God is the essence of your life. He delivers you from evil. He turns on the light. You go, wow, enlighten yourself. Odele, how Judah Krishnamurti of you. And so, do you understand? And Krishnamurti and Suzuki are a lot like Solomon and David. Okay, and Jesus. Okay. We've had people among us that have that same wisdom, that same humility, that same understanding. Okay. That D.T. Suzuki is a lot like the people of like Jesus Christ, because Jesus is a lot like David and Moses and Daniel. Okay, not God's. God's omnipotent and omnipotent. See how convenient that is? See how important that is? All you zero heroes out there, right? So earlier, funny. I know. Okay. Shh. So all this shit on all our devices, you know, all this information coming out of us, this is all going to be just obliterated. You won't even have it back up for entertainment because you don't want to engage in this bad of thinking. Okay, what's more here? Accused Georgia school shooter Colt Gray faces judge. Okay, some asshole wearing a dress who thinks money is real thinks he can sit there and judge this kid who shot people in a school where he checks out because he's being trained to be a consumer and he feels he can't compete real well. Lower blood pressure. With some kind of gauge, you study it. Lower blood pressure, forgive debt and trespass, love one another, eternal faithful peace. Don't stress yourself out killing each other over make-believe money. Rare cars stashed inside grocery store. Whoa. Hiroshima, the unknown images. Let's go back and look at all the death and destruction of our stupidity, and then let's ask people for more money and see if they'll subscribe to your channel so you can pay your bills to keep people distracted with stories of old of how fucked we were because we thought money was real. I created the first ever team in Madden history. Team builder, the San Antonio Brahmas. Okay, amazing inventions that are on another level. Best of 24, yes, this guy's walking across water on these little floaty boot things. Abandoned places, Route 66 ghost towns and abandoned places. It's like, just forgive. Debt, hilarious moments. Seasons 1 through 3 on The Big Bang Theory. And there's cute little Callie and her little brown with the. She's a cutie. She's very cute. She's cute. Oh yeah. She has moments, especially if you've been sexually abused and deprived by perverts. Boy, that'd be fun for her to say, "Ride 'em, cowboy." Okay, you know. And so, boy, do I miss that. I rarely got any of that. You know, most people in my family that think I'm a sexual deviant are actually more sexually deviant than I am, because they'll go to church and hang out with people that put spy equipment in my house and sexually abuse me to try to turn me into a sexual deviant, and I refused. Didn't join the Temple of Set Illuminati. They offered me lots of money, jobs to be a financial advisor, to work for the extreme left, to come up with the creative what they perceive as creative ideas, to manipulate matter and come up with science projects to mass murder the right-wing extremists, because, you know, Rockefeller wanted me to hate right-wing extremists because my dad's a right-wing extremist and my mother was not. Okay, he watched my house, you know, was jealous of me, thought my dad was an idiot because my dad doesn't appreciate the fact that he raised the Messiah. And it's like, but you watch my house and realize I'm the Messiah and don't acknowledge it, and don't stand up and get everybody to understand and respect it and appreciate it and live the Psalms and Proverbs and the Lord's Prayer. And then you want me to be mad at my old man because he was manipulated by you, because past, present, future operate at the same time. And my dad didn't set up a surveillance network in his own house to destroy his own family through economics and mythological stuff they call religion. It was Rockefeller and his people. So if there's anybody I got to get the fuck out of my house and make sure he never comes to my house again, it's David Rockefeller and his fucked up family. And not my dad or my mom or my sister or my brother-in-law or anybody like that. They deserve to be here. It's their birthright. Rockefeller doesn't deserve to be here. Nobody asked him to, you know, nobody said for better, for worse, richer, for sickness and health. You know, I do. Okay, guys, you understand? So I got this. I'm not mad at my family. I'm disappointed in the fact that they run to David Rockefeller's money like it was a gift from God, and they avoid me at the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer like I was a plague because they don't want to be abused alongside of me. Jesus really appreciates this. Sarcasm. Me and Jesus are real good at that. Okay, guys, I love you, all right? Peace. I love you. Don't worry about it. I love you. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. I'm working on this. Okay, other people are helping me throughout time. People presently, not many people presently are helping me. Natalie, you're a real big help. I love you. Thanks for the help. You're a really mature and compassionate woman, and I appreciate you. And Patrick, you know, stay calm and everything will be okay, my son. They tried to trap the spirit of Solomon and torture him, make him feel upset at his father. I love you.